Welcome back to my channel and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen and this is Jen Clayton Beauty. We do everything beauty and makeup, and that includes testing new makeup. So all of the makeup that I buy throughout the month, get in subscription boxes, acquire through the month, I like to put them into a testing new makeup. I'll piece together a lot of different products. Sometimes I try to do subscription box specific testing new makeup, and sometimes I take different pieces and put them together for a cohesive video. And that's kind of what I did for today's video. I actually have 6 new products to test out with you today. This is going to be a very lip focused video because I've received a lot of lip products in subscription boxes that I haven't tried out yet. So we're gonna do some lip swatching. I also have Glow Recipe, a new powder, and an eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona. So if you're excited, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, turn your bell on because I upload lots and lots of new videos every single week. Down in the description box, I will list all of the makeup that we're trying out today if you would like to pick any of these products up for yourself, as well as all of the other makeup that I'm wearing today. I've already done my foundation, which is Dior. I already did my concealer, which is Natasha Denona. Set my under eyes with my e.l.f. powder. All of that will be down below for you if you would like to shop the completed look. Discounts to my favorite indie brands, and come follow me on TikTok for more beauty and makeup. So let me tell you about the 6 products we're testing out today. I'll zoom you in and we'll get started. So first is from Glow Recipe. This is the Watermelon Niacinamide Dewy Flush. So this is their new blush drop. I actually bought this during the Sephora sale and I picked mine up in the shade Watermelon Flush. Now I've heard really good things about this blush. I love Glow Recipe anything, and sometimes on a no makeup day, you just want to add a little bit of wash of color flush to the cheeks. It is perfect for that. I'm very curious how this is going to work on a full face layered under powder, so we're going to try it out today. Speaking of powder, I have the Glow Powder from Mirabella Cosmetics. Now, Mirabella is an indie makeup brand. This came, I believe, in Ice Cream Beauty Box. The packaging of this is really nice. It's kind of this gunmetal gray color. It actually has a light up mirror, which is so fun. We've got a translucent pressed powder and we've got a little sponge. So we're gonna use this to set our face. Like I said, I always set my under eyes with my e.l.f. setting powder. It's my favorite for my aging under eyes, but we're gonna try the Mirabella out to set the rest of our makeup. I also have a Natasha Denona 5-pan eyeshadow palette called Hot Topic, and this came in my Ipsy subscription box for the month. This is a cool toned neutral palette. I do really enjoy Natasha Denona. In fact, I do have a discount code for them. I'll link it for you. We're gonna try this out. I love warm tones. I love cool tones. I don't discriminate, but I do love Natasha Denona's formula, so I can't wait to try that. And then I have 3 lip products. Like I said, I've gotten a lot of lip products in subscription boxes. So first up is from YSL, which is really exciting. This came in my Allure Beauty box. Let me put on my glasses to read the small print on these. But this is the Candy Glaze Double Cape Balm, and this is in the shade Scenic Brown. Now, I've never purchased a YSL anything because I don't really like luxury makeup that much. I think it's really overpriced for what it is, but it came in a beauty box. So we're definitely going to try it out together. There is your component, and it is just a nudie brown, which actually I'm excited for. Since I have 3 lip products, we'll swatch them and then I'll choose one to wear with my eye look. The next one comes from the brand Charmacy, and this is the Duochrome Glitter Gloss, and it is in shade Pound 01. Look how much fun this is. We've got kind of a nudie orangey pink and then this beautiful duochrome sparkly purple gloss. This looks really fun. I can't wait to try that. And last but not least, from Il Makiage, I have the Lip Service High Shine Lip Glaze in the shade PD Now, Il Makiage is not a brand that I love, but this looks so nice. And when I unbox this, I mentioned that this component is so nice quality. And look at that really pretty kind of nude shade. So we're gonna do some lip swatches and try out 3 new lip products. So let me go ahead and zoom you on in and let's get started. So I'm ready to try out this Glow Recipe blush. I have, like I said, my foundation and my concealer on. So we've got a big fat doe foot applicator. I'm going to just tap three little dots of the blush. And I always blend my cream blush out with a kind of flat style kabuki brush. Ooh, look how pretty that is. It's got a little bit of a glow to it, just like a wetness, a natural wetness to the skin. That is so pretty. Wow. That is beautiful. I want to see if I'm able to build this up because I am going to set with powder and I want to see if this is going to show through or if this is better suited when you're not doing a full face of makeup and literally just using this as a dewy flush to the skin. So I was able to build that up and it is really beautiful. Honestly, that is so pretty. It looks very, very natural. Exactly as Glow Recipe describes, just kind of a dewy flush to the skin. I really like this. I'm actually running a 5K tomorrow and I don't wear makeup when I run a 5K. I typically literally do sunscreen, a little bit of concealer, and I think I'm gonna pop this on because it looks like I put a little effort in with this pretty dewy flush. So far, so good. Let's see how she layers under some makeup. So we're going to set our face. I'm not going to do any cream bronzer today, I'll just do powder bronzer, but we're gonna try out this Mirabella Pressed Translucent Setting Powder. Love that it has a light up compact. I typically don't use these, but we're gonna try it. I may resort to my typical Beauty Blender puff, but we'll try this out. I'm gonna start here. Oh wow, that feels nice. Wow, it is like really tacky here and then that just set it into place. And honestly, this little puff isn't terrible. I don't know that I would use it that often unless I was on the go, and it does have that light up mirror, which is really nice. I think I am going to swap out though to my typical powder puff. And right now I'm using the one from Unearthly just because it's a little bit easier to set, a little quicker and a little more thorough with my Unearthly puff. First impression though of this powder, I do really like it. It doesn't leave a white cast. It definitely set my makeup. It feels really, really good on the skin. So that is the Glow powder from Mirabella. And you can actually still see the Glow Recipe blush through a set face, which I really like. This feels so nice, super, super nice. It gave me kind of a filtered effect to my skin, but like I said, you can still see that Glow Recipe blush, which makes me really excited. I also like that that blush has a little bit of a luminosity, a glow to it. And then same with this powder, it just adds a nice look. It just makes your skin look flawless. Let me go ahead and do some powder bronzer, powder blush, highlighter. I'm actually going to do my brows and then we'll come back and we'll test out the Natasha Denona palette. I went ahead and set my face. I went ahead and did my powder bronzer, blush, highlighter, set my face with the LYS setting spray, did my brows, and I am ready for Natasha Denona. I did also use my MAC Paint Pot and Painterly as my eyeshadow base. So this particular palette actually has two mattes, which is this really light matte here, and then this kind of mid-tone matte. There is no deep matte in this palette. So when I got this palette, I was like, ugh, I don't love that because I do like to deepen up my outer corner. Now this is technically a shimmer, but I'm going to use it in the outer corner to add that depth. And then we've got this kind of gunmetal shimmer and this light shimmer. So I'm excited for this palette. I'm really hoping it works out to use the deepest shimmer for my outer corner since I really do like to add in that depth. We're gonna use all of the shades. So I'm going to start with the lightest matte and I'm going to use that as a transition. So I'm going to buff that into my crease, a little bit above my crease, onto my lid. And basically what this is going to do is set my eyeshadow base and also just serve as that transition. Your darker colors will layer a little bit easier if you set your eyeshadow base. And even if you don't use an eyeshadow base, if you have a powder down first, a light shade like this, all of your other shadows will just blend out and diffuse out a little bit easier. And that's actually a really pretty shade. I can see it. It's kind of a light gray. I like it more than I thought that I would. Then I'm going to go into the next matte, the only other matte in the palette, and buff that into my crease. Now I'm not going to go above my crease because I do want that transition shade to pop out, but this is again going to just deepen up that crease, back and forth windshield wiper motion. This shade is really pretty. That was one tap in and I got all of that color payoff. Wow. Typical Natasha Denona though. Her formula is really good and the mattes are always really buttery, pigmented, blendable, and this palette is equally as good as her usual palettes. And then one more time into the light matte that we use as a transition. Again, just kind of blending and diffusing that out. All right, we're gonna try the dark shimmer in the palette as our outer corner. I'm really hoping that it works. It looks pretty dark on my brush. And I'm going to just pack that into my outer corner. Again, just trying to add in that depth, hoping that this works considering it is a shimmer shade, but it's looking like I'm getting that depth and that actually looks really, really nice. I can't tell that it's a shimmer shade. I mean, it's giving me the darkness and the depth that I'm after, and it is a really pretty cool tone brown. Because it is a shimmer, I am having to really pack it in though. I'm having to go in multiple times and just packing that into that outer corner. As always, we've got our NYX glitter glue. We never use shimmers in this family without some NYX glitter glue as a base. Want to do one shimmer with a finger, one shimmer with a brush. So let's start with this gunmetal silver, which is so pretty. I'm actually going to place that all over my lid. I'm going to reserve the light shimmer as my inner corner highlight. Oh, whew, that is pretty. Wow. She is gorgeous. That is a very nice silver. And I like that it's not just your typical silver because it has a little bit of a gunmetal flare to it. Oh, it's so pretty. I love that shimmer. I can see myself reaching for this a lot. I have a lot of silver shimmers in my collection, but this is different. It's got that gunmetal vibe and I love it. With a flat little brush, I'm picking up that lighter shimmer and I'm going to pop that on the inner corner. Oh, that's really pretty too. This is nice because it's not just your typical champagne shimmer. It has a bit of a taupey, even gray leaning base to it. Very unique. I have a gazillion inner corner highlight shades, but this one, it's got a unique flair to it and I really like that. I think I'm gonna pick up the deep shimmer again and buff that on my lower lash line. These shadows performed beautifully. I actually like this kind of fun, cool toned look. One last little blend with the fluffy brush, no added shadow. Let me go ahead and do liner and mascara and I'll be back to test our 3 lippies. Liner and mascara is done and I am ready to test out these lip products. I'm actually quite excited. I think I'm going to start with the Charmacy, then we'll test out the YSL, and I'm going to wear the Il Makiage today. I think that's going to be perfect with my eye look. So for the Charmacy, we have a pinky colored lip gloss on one end and this super fun kind of duochrome topper on the other. So let's start out with our pinky color. Ooh, it's even more orange than I thought. Now this is definitely more of a liquid lipstick vibe. I'm going to give it a second to dry down. I think it's going to dry down just like a liquid lip and then we'll pop this glitter on top. I can already feel it starting to dry down. It's not Sahara Desert dry, but it's definitely drying down. We're not getting any transfer. First, let's talk about the color. I actually like it. It's fun. It's kind of like a peachy orange. I'm really curious what the lip gloss is going to look like over the top. You wouldn't think to pair peachy orange with purple duochrome. Oh, but it's got a pink vibe. Okay. Oh, wow, that is so fun. And this is a brush. The pink end is a doe foot and this is a brush. Okay, this is really, really fun. It's giving glittery lip, which is just unique and different. And it's so interesting looking at it in here. It's so purple, but putting it on the lips, it is like a pinky orange. So it pairs beautifully with the liquid lip. This is really fun. I actually can see myself wearing this a lot, especially as we move into fall. I think this would be perfect. So here is the Charmacy Duochrome Lippie. Let me wipe her off and let's test out YSL. It's definitely hard to get off. Being it is a liquid lip, we should have probably done this one last. All right, I got it off. That was definitely a challenge. So the longevity of that one is probably really, really good. Now we're gonna try out the YSL in Scenic Brown. Now I think this is a little bit more like a lip balm than a lipstick. So this is definitely a lip balm consistency, but it is very opaque. I mean, I've got a lot of color payoff. It feels really nice. It's thick, but it's not sticky. So it's thick in a good way, like it's gonna last a long time on the lips. Doesn't have any scent to it. I really like it. I can see myself using this a lot too. It's just a basic neutral brown, and it's like a lipstick and lip balm in one, and I'm here for it. So here is the YSL Scenic Brown. One last wipe of my lips before we try Il Maquillage. And last but not least, Il Maquillage in the shade PDA, and this should be more of a tinted gloss. Ooh, this one smells good. It has kind of a fruity kind of vanilla scent. Ugh. This looks like the gloss version of the Charmacy. Kind of that pinky coral. I really like this. Actually, this would be beautiful over the Charmacy if you didn't want to use the duochrome kind of glittery. This also feels really nice. Kind of gives me the YSL vibes, that thicker consistency, but not sticky at all. Definitely more lip gloss, where this was more lip balm. These two would also be fun put together, but I love the shade of this. It's nude, it's neutral. I think it looks great with my eye look. Actually, all three of these look great with this cool tone neutral eye look. So again, this is the Il Maquillage PDA. Let me go ahead and do a little something with my hair. I just came back from my workout, and then we'll talk about this testing new makeup. So here's the completed look for this testing new makeup. Let's talk about everything we tried out today. I'll give you some first impression thoughts. And like I said, everything will be linked down below. I appreciate you using my links. If you would like to pick up any of these products, all of my other makeup also linked down below for you. So first, let's start with the Glow Recipe Watermelon Dewy Flush. Love this. I actually like this a lot more than I thought that I would. And I live in Arizona, a hot climate, and with summer coming, I don't always wear makeup every day. And this just gives you the perfect dewy flush. I understand why this is all the rage. And this is a good amount. This will last a long time. 10 out of 10. Also really like the powder. Now for me, I'm not gonna use the little powder puff. I prefer to use something a little bit bigger that's going to apply the powder a little bit quicker, but the powder itself is really, really nice. This is perfect to throw in my purse because of the LED compact mirror. And like I said, the puff isn't terrible, so I could see myself using this on the go, but overall, I like this powder too. This is a really good setting powder. The Natasha Denona palette, gorgeous. Performed just like every other Natasha Denona palette. I actually think this dark shimmer was great on my outer corner. Now it didn't give me the depth that a matte would give me, but it still gave dimension and depth to my look. I like this palette. For a cool tone neutral palette, it definitely had some standouts, especially this gunmetal silver is so beautiful. That is what is all over my lid, and I love it. Love it. This performed beautifully. I can see myself using this palette a lot, and it would be great as a cool tone palette for travel. And then for Lippies, I liked everything. Even this Charmacy one that I was a little suspicious of. It was a little sus, but I really like it. I think this color is fun, and this duochrome gloss just added a glittery, beautiful shine to it. And this liquid lip, I can see myself using that a lot. It's a color I don't have in my massive lip collection. And then for the YSL Balm, I like this. It's very pigmented. It feels amazing on the lips. Definitely something I can see myself using a lot. I don't typically buy luxury makeup, but I really like this. And if I love it as much as I do initially, I could see myself repurchasing it in the future. I will definitely have it linked for you. And last but not least, the Il Maquillage Gloss, which is what I'm wearing today. Love this. And I don't love Il Maquillage. It's not one of my favorite brands, but the packaging is really nice. The product is really nice. It's lasting on my lips. It feels really good. I would say overall, this testing new makeup is perfection. 10 out of 10 for everything. I love it all, and that doesn't always happen. Let me know down below, what do you think of my look? Are you going to pick up any of these products for yourself? Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you in advance for using my links, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.